The conquest of Greek settlements south of Rome brought the Republic into hostile contact with what was to prove to be its arch-enemy, Carthage. This great city-state was the most powerful force in the Mediterranean and had settlements in Sicily. When Rome and Carthage became involved in power struggles in Sicily, the first of the Punic Wars broke out. Rome won the First Punic War and gained not only Sicily, but also the islands of Sardinia and Corsica. Rome and Carthage were not finished with each other yet, however, and in 218 BC, the Second Punic War began. The Carthaginian general, Hannibal, with an army of 40,000 men and 37 elephants, made his way from Carthage-held territory in Spain and crossed the snow-covered Alps into Italy. Hannibal lost half his army and two-thirds of his elephants during the torturous journey. Even so, the Romans suffered bitter defeats at his hands. One battle was so disastrous, the dreadful battle at Cannae in 216 BC, that at least 50,000 Romans died, while Hannibal's losses numbered only about 5,000. It was said afterward that every woman in Rome was in mourning for a dead husband, son, father, or brother.
The Roman military system was, as it evolved in the course of the 4th century BC, enabled Rome to put more soldiers in the field than any other state in the Mediterranean. This was in fact one of the things that Hannibal recognized when he invaded Italy, and his plan was to try to break down the series of alliances which enabled the Romans to draw upon the manpower resources of Italy. And he failed to do that, despite all the victories he won. And some very average Roman generals were actually able to box Hannibal in for the last 10 years of his war in Italy and keep him from winning the kinds of decisive battles that he'd won earlier. The Romans were capable of learning from defeat.
The Second and Third Punic Wars saw more territorial expansion for Rome. By the 1st century BC, the Roman Empire had spread to Spain. By 168 BC, Macedonia, now northern Greece, was part of the Roman Empire. With the defeat of Carthage itself after a 3-year siege that began in 149 BC, North Africa became a Roman province. In 146 BC, the Romans annexed Greece. By 129 BC, the Republic had also gained control of much of Asia Minor.